Okay, welcome back to this impromptu installation of Gnoppix. Thank you for joining our community. We hope you will enjoy. The links below will help get you started. Well, that's not what we want to do. Install. So let's close this and let's do an install. Kind of an interesting little menu bar here. Okay, welcome to the calamari, the ever popular calamari. American English, yes, that's a good guess. America, New York, very good. English keyboard, default. Erase disk. Next. Your name. There we go. Let's call it don't know what that is. Let's just say password, as DT would say, a strong and complicated password. Next. Install. And here we go. This install seems to be actually going pretty fast, doesn't it? Gnoppix 25 Pro GNU Linux. The rest of the installation is automated and should complete in a few moments, okay? I'm just getting used to using this new fountain pen. Well, I tell you what, I'm just going to let this run for a few moments and I'll get back in a bit. Of course, as you do recall from the other night, we did in fact install, what was it we installed? Mint Linux, the Cinnamon Desktop Mint Linux, okay? Which of course installs a bunch of extra third-party packages, things like video players and music players and all these other miscellaneous applications, some of which are proprietary, by the way. But the installation went fairly smooth, okay? So at some percent, we'll be back in just a few moments. So my guess is this is probably going to take about 15 minutes, okay? So I'm just sitting here having a little protein shake, a chocolate smoothie shake from Slim Fast. Maybe I'll go on a Linux install speed run, just go through and install a bunch of different Linux desktops. Oh, I didn't say desktop. We'll go in and install a bunch of Linux distribution, right? Because of course, a desktop is just the window manager. So people talk about Linux desktop, well, they don't know what they're talking about. Okay. when you talk about Linux desktops, what they really mean is the desktop manager, GNOME, KDE, whatever, XFCE, whatever. Okay. And the Linux window managers are no harder to learn than Windows is. I maintain if you start two people with equal people out, one KDE, one say KDE Linux, and the other is Windows, the learning curve is going to be the same. If you want to do emails, if you want to do you search the web, it's the same. You click on the menu, pop up a window, or pop up an application. Okay. But the point is this: I make this all the time: is that Linux is not a desktop operating system. It's a server-based system, right? And I say that because it is fully multi-user, multitasking, okay? And it has server applications. For the earliest days, it's had server applications installed like DNS servers, email servers, web servers, database servers, all multi-user system applications out there, okay? They're designed to run on a box, then you connect to that box and use that server as their application. That's why I said Linux is not a desktop operating system. We can take a peek back in here, right? So look at this. It's saying, hey, while you're here, go ahead and log in. So this really is intended to be, well, for instance, it just said, hey, you want to connect to your Google account? So what do you mean? So what does that mean? Okay. The answer is no. I don't want to connect to my user's account on this system here. So that means updates, most recent device, okay. You got this happy stuff down here. What's this? This is Gnoppix Tour Control, Gnoppix AI Playground, Discover Software, Firefox, Dolphin File Manager, K-Console, System Settings, Application Launcher. Alright. I'll be back in a couple minutes to check on this, okay? All done. Very nice. That took that took about 10 minutes, right? Okay, so let's do a done and a restart. Done. Let's see what we got. Is Python installed? Well, the obvious question, is there a good reason to use Gnoppix? It's too soon to tell. My guess is probably not. You certainly don't want to switch from what if you're using Fedora, or if you're using Fedora, or you're using Debian or Ubuntu or whatever, Arch, whatever you want to use. Yeah, there isn't a good reason to change. Okay, so what we got here. So this has taken 24 minutes so far. And in the second video, we'll come back and we'll install a few goodies like Emacs and maybe R if R is available. We'll begin to create we'll install, try to install UV, the project package manager for Python. Who knows? We may even try to install. Of course, this is Debian, right? So Gnoppix is based on Debian. I'm not sure where the name comes from. It could be that it's like I don't know. For some reason, I want to say maybe it's like a Swedish distribution. I have no idea why I said that, but maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm remembering something from my past, Here's a question: I wonder if Fish is installed. Maybe we can install Fish on our systems, just to be consistent. Okay. There's a bug on my window, on the screen of my window. Okay, so now hopefully this isn't going to take too long. Hopefully this isn't going to take too long in order to get the restart going here. Hopefully this isn't going to take another 10 minutes to get the restart done. Yes, that's right, I am waiting. Okay, now it looks like it's getting ready to do something here. Let's check over here. Let's make sure the storage is unmounted. Let's do this. Move. Close over here. Copy. MX Live. English. Let's do this. I don't quite know why it's doing this. Let's power it down. Maybe it wasn't supposed to remove it so quickly. Let's come back over here and see what happens. Who knows? I may have been supposed to leave the disk in there for a moment. Gnoppix Linux. It looks like it's starting now, doesn't it? So we'll fire it up, open up a terminal and see how much space we're using. Now hopefully it won't take this long to boot up during normal use. Hopefully it's just doing a little bit of extra configuration before it actually boots up into what do we call what's it called, the level 3 mode, or the interesting. We got a mouse. Oh, there we go, David Jackson. Oh, there, let's see. So let's take a look here. Do we have plasma KDE? I personally prefer a much lighter desktop like a FEWM or XFCE. Because you see, it's still taking a few moments to actually get, here we go. Let's close that for right now. Let's come down here. Now this is interesting. Let's do this. So, we used up we got 17 gigabytes of space left. Because we only started with 30 gigs. So this uses 12 gigabytes of space. But you know what? Hey, updates available. So I'm going to bring this session to a close. We got it up, we got it running. I'll run the update. We'll come back in a day or two and do a little bit of installation, okay?